all great men come from having great dads, masculine dads.
Yeah.
And I think like
When you don't grow up like a dad, you tend to emulate your mother.
yeah, and it's like it's so important to have a
Like
masculine dad.
me and you was behaving like angry black women.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did, man. We were some pussies. Because I lost my dad early in my life.
Well, we was
My
like
dad
two-
actually, I lost my dad on my actual 14th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every birthday, it was a reminder that that's when my dad died.
How
and
was
I
it?
and I take it a step further. My mom dies 20 years later after my dad, but she dies the day before my birthday.
Fucking parents hated us. Leave that shit.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
That's
kidding.
true, man.
And how did Dad die?
My
he,
dad
he caught a disease at his work. It was work related.
didn't get $1.
Didn't get $1. But at the point when he died, it was like a blessing. It was like I'm glad
Because
this
he was
shit's over.
suffering for days.
For he's just
You like
watch him go
glad
downhill.
You like glad that he's not suffering anymore, but then you miss him.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
Like back to like I'm sure you had a masculine dad. I can tell by just looking at you. Just
yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
today's like the men in this country, it's like they're being emasculated. They're being feminized.
I don't think we can win any war. If push come to shove, say we got in a war with China or Russia, us like the people we're gonna be sending over there, it's not the same men and women that, back in World War II. I mean, the whole country, as far as when you look at a man in our society and how the nuclear family is just not there anymore. It's like everything is totally changed.
Just a bunch of weak men. How do you think we change that?
Yeah.
If it can be changed.
It's one thing. To me, my opinion, it's one thing. It's hero-making machine. So what does hero-making machine mean? When you whatever you recognize, your kids will pursue. Whatever you recognize, people will pursue. Whatever you highlight and recognize and put on the pedestal, okay, I want to grow up to be like this guy, right? If Forbes magazine that was known as the capitalist tool, where the son of the original founder takes that company, becomes a billionaire, puts one of the craziest parties together on his 70th birthday party. I think 700 people showed up to his 70th birthday party. He gave everybody a Rolex for their birthday, for his birthday. Thank you for coming to my birthday. Here's a Rolex. What? He was best friends with Elizabeth Taylor. He owned those eggs, the Russian eggs. There's a name for it. I don't know what the names of those famous Russian eggs are. $300 million. He owned more Russian eggs than the Russian government had those eggs, and then eventually he sold it. This guy would probably go around talk about capitalist tool. Here's my helicopter on the back of it. Capitalist tool. I use the helicopter to grow my businesses. His private jet, all the way in the back, would say capitalist tool. If you type in capitalist tool, Malcolm Forbes, Fabergé eggs. He owned the most Fabergé eggs. If you type in Fabergé eggs, Forbes, you'll see he owned the most Fabergé egg. But in everything, his yacht on the back, capitalist tool. I'm using this tool to grow my business. Now, we can't recognize capitalists as heroes. Elon Musk is evil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, every one of these capitalists are evil, right? So he's an evil guy. Why is he evil? He's just evil, right? Look how rich he is. He must have hurt a lot of people to be rich. You can't be worth $300 billion
Right.
and not help other people become rich. It's the only way you're going to be rich.
Yeah, that's how capitalism works.
Yeah, go ahead and work like the guy does,
Yeah.
7 days a week, sleeping at the office, does what it does. So in America, the other day we're doing a podcast. I said, how many states recognize the top 25 students every year on a website, and the governor gets up and recognizes the number one 7th grader, 8th grader, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, recognize the grades and what they're doing, and we announce them on a press conference. Hey, great to be here with everybody. I want to recognize the top 25 students on what they did. And today we're going to recognize the number one student for 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Let me start off with this. 7th grade. It's from such and such county. It's from the great high school of this. We're so proud of her. Here's what I'm hearing from her. I was told her parents are this. She did this and she did that and she got straight A's and did this and makes $500 a month with a side business. Let's give her some love. Second one, recognize. We're no longer making hero making. We're making hero making machine. If somebody changes their sex, that's the hero.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So, and then fathers, recognizing strong fathers A strong father is somebody that understands that, oh my God, well, this person identifies as this. And, I knew when my son told me he sees himself as a girl, oh, what a great father. What are we doing? Like, that's the part that to me, it produces this rage in me. All we have to do, by the way, I think we would change things within 3 years if we just change the hero-making machine model of America. What if we recognize a 17-year-old kid who started a business, made $120,000 in high school, and was able to take care of his mom that he did this, and he's also got a 4.5 GPA? Do we know that kid? I don't know that kid. Do you know that kid? I've never heard of this in our states. How about we recognize great fathers whose mother passed away, the wife's mother, the kid's mother passed away, his wife. He still takes care of the kids, 3 of them. And locally, everybody comes together and says, let's recognize this guy. He works 2 or 3 jobs and does Uber at night. And at the same time, his kids all have straight A's. How come we don't know these guys? Why are we not turning these guys into heroes? So to me, the moment we change, in the insurance company, I'll never forget, I used to, we just came here for one of the events we did for one of our insurance guys, George Palaio. He had a very good event together. Vivek just spoke at his event, and he had a bunch of other guys at this event. But when I was changing the compensation of a sales organization, whatever way I incentivized produced good behavior or bad behavior. So I used to recognize on the leaders bulletin based on who submitted the most insurance policy. Submitted doesn't mean the policy got approved. It's just submitted. So, hey, great job to Larry. He submitted $120,000 of insurance this month. Great job. Oh, my God, I'm so happy. Only $20,000 of it would get approved. So my method of recognizing it was my fault, I was recognizing bad behavior. The moment we flipped, Kevin, the moment we flipped and we started doing based on approved insurance policies, when I tell you 60 days, everything changed. Everything changed within 60 days. So we say, I want to recognize John Doe. He placed $93,000 of business this month. Phenomenal job, John Doe. Now, the other guy that got recognized for 1, 2, and said, holy shit, they're no longer talking about me anymore. Yeah, because your business is fake. So if Americans, governors, presidents had a model of hero-making machine, parents would try harder, kids would try harder, job creators would try harder. Everybody would try harder because we're recognizing a great father, a great mother, a great 7th grader, a great 9th grader. We have a hero-making machine problem in America.